Everything from overlanding in your stock rig to full-on LS-powered 2 buggies on stickies. This is the Total Off-Road Podcast. I'm your host, Steve.
And I'm Ian, and we are back for episode 50 freaking 8.
Yep.
Started it off aggressively.
Aggressive.
And then there's like,
8.
whoa. Like, what's this guy mad? I'm like, I'm not. Just give it a few minutes.
Oh, I did a good one the other day. I had a person comment on one of my videos that the wheel was still cloudy after I polished it by hand, just a quick hand job, you know. And so I posted another video. I was like, to the guy who commented on my video on my wheel being still cloudy, I got you something to reach over behind me and grab a box. And looking down the box and like nothing in the box. And I flip the box over. When I flip it upside down, the side that like faces the camera, written upside down on the box. So like when it's flipped upside down, you can read it. It says fucks. It says, what is it? Fucks to give. And I'm sitting there shaking the box. Well, apparently I'm out of them.
We gone. I got a none.
That video did pretty decent. Yeah, I got, well, I guess I'm out of fucks to give. Well, if I get some, I'll send them your way. Anyway, yeah, that's the whole highlight of the week. So, we have some new patrons. You copy?
How many new ones?
2 new ones. We have one Beer Andy, and we have a Nick Bengali, Mr. Raptor Liner himself.
Mr. Raptor Liner.
Yes, sir. So thanks, guys, for signing up for that. Pretty awesome to have you on board. We appreciate the support. It really means a lot to us. It helps to keep this show running. And we had some other things going on this week. Did you do anything other than work this week?
No.
Anything at all?
Nope.
You gay.
I got my trailer tank in the mail.
So sad.
You
did?
Yeah.
How was it?
It's heavy.
Oh, was it heavy? Well, you have steel.
The sticker says 78 pounds.
Jesus.
Like, she's a girthy gal. Like, I literally used the crane on the truck to put it in the truck and take it back out because I'm like, this thing's kind of fucking heavy. Yeah. Of course, I didn't want to beat the shit out of it and knock the powder coat and stuff off.
Was it in a box when you got it? No. Wrapped it all?
Sticker on that thing.
On the steel.
Have a nice day. Yeah. I was a little
and
like.
You're worried about beating the tank up.
Yeah.
You think the UPS guy was real thrilled about that?
No, he was probably pissed.
Mm-hmm. So what the hell is this?
I told the guys at work, I said, the UPS guy's going to be pissed. Like, what'd you order? And I said, I'm not going to tell you what I ordered. I just want you to know that the UPS guy's going to be mad, and it's probably a good thing I'm not going to be there when he drops this off. So, yeah, apologize to him for me, and have a good day. I'm sure he wasn't thrilled with a 78-pound steel tank that's probably fucking 6 foot tall.
Maybe. He might have been okay with it.
He just kicks it out of the back of the truck, just like, delivered.
He pulls on the property, comes out, like flying out of the thing, hold it like he's like bear hugging it, skipping across the parking lot,
throws it through the front door.
Just skipping. He just big smile on his face, just so happy.
This guy's 280 pounds, 7'4",
skipping across the park with a 6 foot long
steel 30-gallon fuel tank. Going, what's up?
That'd be wonderful to watch that.
For those people who haven't followed along with us, I bought a 30-gallon fuel tank for the underside of my trailer so I can have onboard fuel.
Yeah.
For the stuff.
If you missed out on the fuel tank
debacle, I still paid too much.
Was that on the main?
Right. I've talked about it like 8 times.
Yeah. Probably on both sides.
I still think I paid too much. I paid more than what that thing's worth.
Okay.
But I could not find another one anywhere cheaper.
And could you build it for that? Well, then I guess you probably didn't pay more than it's worth.
Well, I did, but in my own mind, you know what I'm saying?
More than you thought you should have to pay for a tank.
And then I'd pay tax too.
Is it nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I mean, yeah, it's nice. It's literally like exactly to a freaking, it's actually nicer. I was going to say it's better than what you need, but it's better because it's got a fuel sending unit in it.
Yeah.
I didn't need that.
Right.
So it's literally nicer than what I wanted.
I like it.
More than what I wanted, but it's more expensive.
So did you get your mail this week?
I didn't.
We didn't email?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 1099 form from PayPal. That was about the only form. I was like, well, about that.
Yeah, at least we can write it off now.
I got my W-2s.
How many buggy parts you want to write off?
Well, I got a W-2 this week also.
Yeah, from
so
work.
I know how much money I made this year.
Yeah.
And I know how much money's in my bank account. So I seemingly had to go somewhere. And I'm like, looks at buggy, looks at belly. Because I'm like, I'm pretty sure I either bought truck parts or ate it.
Yeah.
And then like the dog runs by and I'm like, oh yeah, then there's that little thing. Yeah. Gotcha. So yeah, a lot.
I'd say a good part of it's in the studio.
Yeah.
A chunk of it.
There's money everywhere.
So I come home one day and Jess is like, oh, you got a package. I'm like, oh, okay. And
damn right. Sorry, was that too soon? Too soon into the pot?
Nah,
6 minutes in.
So I got a package.
Said the F word yet?
That's good.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna try.
We probably already did.
You have.
Oh yeah,
but
it's fresh. Somebody did.
I have
it's
not.
fine. It's just how it's me. Anyway, I got a package in the mail, and I go out there to check it out, and it's got my name and then / Total Off Road Podcast, and it feels like a T-shirt. I'm like, oh, I have a T-shirt. What did I get? Like, who sent this to me? And like, there's no name on it. Who sent it to me? All I know is it came from Vernon, California, but it came from a shipping department. So like, I don't know. So I really don't know who sent it to me. But I open it up, and it's a onesie.
Nice.
For the boy. Okay? There's only one small, very big problem with it.
What?
It has a Toyota logo about chest size on it.
I don't know really what.
Seemingly it went to the wrong house.
Personally, I'm not sure I see the issue because, like, if you're going to start them out, might as well start in a Toyota and not get that burning Jeep P sensation, you know.
It's fine.
Don't lead your child down the XJ path of XJ-dom. No.
KJ-dom?
No.
TJ-dom.
By the time your son
is able to drive,
a
TJ
the Gladiator is going to be the new XJ of the off-road world.
You think so? 16 years?
No, they'll still probably be worth fucking $300,000.
Where are we at? So 2007 was the first year for a JK.
What's the first year for an XJ though? Like 84. How old's the earliest XJ?
84.
God almighty.
Yes, sir. My Jeep is literally an antique.
That old?
Mine's 25 years old.
God almighty.
This year. Yep. Well, last year, I guess. That's why it has the extended antique plates on it.
So a Gladiator is only going to be like 18 by the time Owen's driving.
Yeah. 18? No.
17.
I don't know. Did they change the law on the driving age? Is it 18 years old now?
No, it's 16, but like they came out right before he was crapped out.
Yeah, crapped out. Jesus.
I don't want to go technical on that because it's just disgusting.
He was born.
He was birthed. But they came out right before he was, like they announced it. I guess production wise was probably just after.
Yeah, it wasn't out. It was out before that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Production wise.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's probably a year ahead of him, and he's 16. So yeah, probably 17 years, 17, 18, whatever, when it ever officially came out.
That's pretty good.
But that's not that old though. If we're talking an 84 is the first XJ till now, because XJ is like the shining shit.
Like that's older than a
now.
JK. So like right now, this day and age, like as we speak, the oldest JK available right now will be newer to us than the newest or than the oldest JT when he's able to drive.
Yeah.
Wow. They're going to be shit boxes.
See what I mean? Like, do you think how hard people are fucking him up already?
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be ragged out shit boxes by the time he's ready to fucking party.
That's going to be awesome.
You're going to own a Gladiator.
Fuck yeah, for like 10 grand.
10 grand. It'd be like
not
$1,200.
No.
Yeah.
In 16 years?
Yeah.
Bitch, it costs like 50 grand.
12.
You're like, it's fine. I make that in a week.
The price of inflation, $1,200 today will be $55,000 then. So yes, you'll be making $685,000 and you'll still be below the poverty rate. Sorry. Way too political.
True story.
But what do you do? But that's trippy.
Minimum wage would be $35
what if you
an hour.
Bought him a mint Gladiator and just put it on jack stands, took the tires off, and just let it sit there.
No, you got to drive it. It's like around the block once a week. Make sure it stays goodish. You have to move them.
Couldn't just put it in climate controlled storage and just let her sit.
break the fluids will eat.
No,
like you'd have to like
drain everything.
You evac everything. You put storage fluid in all of the components.
I would drain everything.
Yeah.
Like evac. Like I'd damn near order one from the factory with no fucking oil. Put it in.
The motor's still got assembly lube in it.
Yes. Like that's how fresh I want this fucker. I want first start to be 35 years from now.
So it costs you like well over $100,000 because you special order it not to be tested.
One fucking person fucks up and put a drop of oil in that, refuse to take delivery.
And then you go, good grief. I just wonder like the seals on the calipers.
I don't know if they've never had fluid in them.
I don't know.
And then you put it in climate controlled, like not just a fucking storage
straight
unit.
up. Yep. 70 degrees.
10 minutes and 30 seconds.
What?
Well, it just comes out.
It does. This is why I'm really considering like calling a radio station and trying to be a host, but at the same time, I'm like, can I really stop the fucks from flying?
I probably couldn't until I get I couldn't until I start going on a rant I get mad.
Yeah. Then like, can you catch it fast enough to hit the button?
Dude, I was pissed earlier today trying to find something around the house. Every other word was fucking. Like I was just saying it to say it. And I'm like, well, I'm saying that a lot. I was like, that's what you do when you get mad. I'm like, well, I need to not do that so much. But that's what I mean. Yeah. Put it in climate controlled storage.
Yep.
Mint.
And just hold. So like you do that. Yeah. You put it in like
it's going to sit on like a stand. So the tires aren't flat spotted or anything.
How do you leave it mint or like over the 16-year period? Do you just like keep accumulating parts for it? And like when it comes out, it's on like 42-inch. Will be the hot thing? What do you think the hot thing will be when he's ready to drive?
The hot thing would be to take this mint, no oil. You pour oil in it, and then you cut the fucking thing in half.
Okay.
And just back half this fucking mint condition Gladiator.
16-year-old.
Just cut it and sawzall in half.
Like 17, 18-year-old mint condition, zero, like it has like 4 miles on it.
For the first time in the motor.
Yes. Yeah.
And then just fucking cut it behind the cab, back half it, and party.
It's literally a time capsule.
If the internet is still a thing, it will break the internet. It will break you financially, but you might receive some death threats. I don't know how bad people are going to be back 20 years from now, but it'd be cool to watch. I'll probably be dead by then.
Extra snowflakey.
With my Red Bull consumption rate as of late, but I'll be looking down. I'll probably be looking up.
Isn't that wild to think about? 16 years from now?
No.
It's kind of wild.
I'll be dead.
Yeah, doubt it. Oh, man. Okay, so what was that? What? Okay, so here's another thing. Last week, I was saying something about...
Who's the onesie from? You don't know?
I have no idea.
That's how this started.
Yeah. The onesie talk.
Yeah. Buy him an 85 Toyota, straight axle.
I know where one's sitting.
Mint.
I know where one, not mint at all.
Well, find me a mint one for sure. I'm just saying mint for today. Like, it's not going to have bed sides.
Yep. Doesn't have any
It's not going to have a frame.
It does have a frame.
But it's
very
scaly. Does it have floor pans?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's doing pretty good, actually.
Rocker panels?
Yeah.
Front fenders? Wow.
A little bit of rust on the front fenders.
Yeah. Okay. So buy that, put that in climate controlled storage, and then cut that in half. 15
Start
years
restoring it today.
Oh, you want to restore it?
Yeah, start restoring it today so that when it gets to his age, like when he gets up to 16, it is pristine. Every single part is OEM factory, like perfection, right? Bed's perfect. All of it's perfect.
With that.
And then
cut it in half.
And then cut it in half.
Like I have never seen a Toyota that's not been cut in half that I don't want to cut in half.
Really?
I just love a back half Toyota truck.
The white ones with the blue, yellow, and what is it, orange? You know what I'm talking about? That graphic on the side of them?
Sure.
The really pretty ones?
Don't know.
God. Nah, I couldn't back half it.
Back half it.
No.
Like Dustin's truck?
I just really like...
I want to cut the frame off of it so bad.
I can see that. It doesn't have enough back there. It needs to be something.
He wants to do some like bedsides and like cool built bed thing, which I get, but like...
I just really like them with the old school bed with the rail. You know, I'm talking about the cargo. Would you call it a cargo rail or what would you call that?
I would call it a cargo rail.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, that
utilitarian rail. That sounds kind of
it faces outward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like those beds a lot.
Oh man, I just want to cut them in half.
And then the 79 front clip, the 80 front, is it the 80 front clip or the 79? Somewhere in that.
I don't know.
Round headlight, rounded fenders, like what Fred has on.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
On Clampy.
Cut it in half. Two back half.
I just really like the way that the bed looks on them.
I just love me some Truggy life.
I would, however, really consider driving a King Cab. It was the King Cab for the Toyota, right?
Yep.
A black King Cab 85 with like a small lift and some 33s.
35s.
With some Casey highlighters above it. Like full on, just 100% Back to the Future.
Oh, it would look badass.
I would get me a blue vest. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just roll around all day long doing Michael J. Fox shit.
I was like, what's up? How you doing?
Nobody calls me chicken.
And then we cut it in half.
You won't cut it in half. No, I'm not cutting this in half. Chicken? Are you chicken?
Sawzall. I've done that on multiple trucks, and it is such a satisfying feeling.
Wouldn't that be like a wonderful video though? Like somebody like do that and then like do the whole like recreation. Like, you won't cut it in half. No, I'm not cutting this thing in half. Like, are you chicken? And also like the Marty McFly character like pops out of frame and then pops up on the other side of the vehicle with a plasma cutter. Just
globs in
Nobody
half.
calls me chicken.
Done. Yeah, it's such a satisfying feeling to like sawzall the frame of a truck in half, let her hit the ground, step back, and go, it's half a truck. I feel like I have done wrong right now, but boy, we're in it now.
So you take the rear drive shaft out, put a glove over the transfer case, put her on some
torch it.
Huh?
Torch it in half.
Yeah, torch it in half. Pull the rear drive shaft, put it on some the plates you get from the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Just set the back of the frame on that.
Dude, you'd save so much more room in your climate controlled storage if it was only half a truck.
Already back half or already like cut in half.
Son.
Perfect.
I giveth half of the Yota.
Wouldn't that be fun?
You must finish the Yota.
Here's how easy this would be, honestly. Go ahead, get you a little piece of property that you know you're going to stay at, a farm, whatever.
Yep.
Go buy a container, shipping container.
Yep.
Paint the outside of it with a good like epoxy sealant. Like
they make them waterproof.
Yeah, I know. But you want to make sure that they're like they don't rust through while it's sitting in the ground.
Okay.
Then you're going to dig a hole.
Oh, you're going to bury it.
Oh, yeah. We're going to bury this fucker like a time capsule.
I get you.
But we're going to put like a door and stairs down to it.
Okay.
Okay. So you can go check on it.
Back half or like cut in half.
You're going to put it inside there. You're going to bury it in the ground.
Yep.
Okay. You're going to put the climate controlled. In fact, you know what? If you buried it deep enough, which is only like 12 feet, it'll stay climate controlled on its own.
See,
all you need to have is some
airflow
dehumidifier.
Yep.
Airflow, dehumidifier, and a way for the dehumidifier to pump the water out, which would be pretty simple. Like just a sump pump, simple sump basin. That'd be sick.
So what would, okay, here, let me ask you this question.
Just stays 60 some degrees all the time.
I'll pull this question into the Trail Riders
group. Oh my God. You could do
what would be, you put one vehicle.
Uh-huh.
What would be your vehicle in your off-road time capsule?
Oh.
That like you could put in there to save for yourself in like 20 years.
Oh God. Ooh, that's tough. I only get one.
Only get one.
So you get a 20-foot container.
You get a 20-foot box.
God, you can do whatever you want in it.
You put one vehicle in there.
One vehicle. Yeah. One off-road vehicle.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like no budget limitations. You could literally put whatever you want.
See, that's hard because like one part of me wants to put a JL in there.
Okay.
Just throw a fucking JL in it and stuff it in the ground.
Like brand new.
Yep. Just go buy a brand new one. A new Bronco.
But what's your, okay. So what's your answer?
Huh. I guess it would depend on how long you're going to leave it in the ground.
20 years.
20 years.
I don't know. Seems like a good number.
Jesus.
Could do 10.
I feel like a new Bronco would be sick because you put a new Bronco in there, you order it from the factory, you tell them you want it as low mileage as possible. They ship it to you. It's got like 4 miles on it.
You got to round it up to 5 because I'm OCD like that. And then I park it in there.
Has to be a round number. Yes. The problem with that becomes, like we were saying earlier, is that if it's in there for 20 years, everything's going to go bad.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say because I'm in charge here.
Yeah.
It won't.
Okay.
So let's hypothetical this a little bit more.
So you throw a brand new Bronco in there with 5 miles on
condition the day you shut the container.
When you pull that fucker out, when 20 years later, you bring your excavator in.
Yep.
Dust off the top of it.
Come rip rolling that bitch right out the hole.
Oh my God, you got it built so you can just take you just excavator out the one side and open the doors on it. Oh,
this fucking awesome. Your video is you jumping this Bronco
6 miles
out of 12 foot out of the ground.
It's so wonderful. Yes. You just fire it up and just hammer it to the floor.
Yes. Hasn't started in 20 years. You just start it with your foot on the floor. 12 foot up. Launch that motherfucker. It is.
Turns out it's not balanced well. It lands right on the front bumper. It just KOs the whole thing.
Oh, damn.
Well.
And in roll credits. Yeah, that would be my luck.
Internet would definitely break.
Be a new Bronco.
I think a new Bronco. And you know what? The problem with that is it would be a new Bronco on the investment side, knowing that in 20 years, if you'd rolled out with essentially a barn find
Bronco,
5 mile have-an-ass Bronco that people would just like
lose their mind,
just take their wallets out and just throw them. Oh, fuck.
You go.
Sorry. Definitely like thought the whole wallet thing and then patted my back pocket and realized my wallet wasn't there. Like, oh, is it in the Jeep? Damn it. Can you move to the country already so I don't have to worry about that?
I just let him have my stuff.
Okay, switching topics.
Well, hold on. I want to tell you what mine would be.
Yeah. Let's get yours.
And then we'll go down.
And then we'll side tangent. Yeah. Remind me, East Tennessee.
So, I'm torn.
Okay.
Because I see what you've gone with about the financial, put a nice minty Bronco.
And let's say it's not worth a damn thing. You have a brand new Bronco.
Yeah, dude, you got a brand new Bronco.
Which would be awesome.
So I'm kind of torn on whether I would like to go with like a full on like off-road race car.
Ooh.
That would be so fucking cool to see like 10, 20 years from now.
Yeah, untouched.
Yeah. Like this is the shit we did back 20
you take like
years
an
ago.
Ultra 4 car, like you take
like
the
top of the line Ultra 4.
No, you take the Ultra 4 car that wins KOH next week.
Yeah.
Put it in a box. Like you redo everything on it like it was ready to go to the race.
Yeah, you race prep it.
Yep, and then stick it in a box.
I mean, look at this way.
That some bitch would lose value so bad.
Oh yeah.
But it would be cool.
Think of like the first rock bouncers that we were seeing.
Yeah.
How basic the tech was. It's just here you go.
Yeah.
And now think of now, and that was probably 10, 15 years ago. So that'd be cool to like.
Yeah.
Some off-road race car like that would be cool.
There was a resurgence in the mini truck community recently in the last 2 years or so where people started actively seeking out these mini trucks that were still around that were magazine covers in the 90s.
Yeah.
So they would go out and they would put on the internet, like, internet's powerful enough now that you can say, I'm looking for this, and the word just spreads like wildfire.
Yeah.
Especially in a tighter knit community.
Yep.
And so these guys have done that. They have gone out, they've found the owners that have purchased these and thrown them in a barn essentially because it's a has-been mini truck. And so nobody really pays attention or whatever. They just throw it in a barn. And so they have found like probably a dozen of them, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And they've brought them back out, fixed them up, just not like they haven't done anything to them. Just literally fix what's wrong with them.
Yeah.
Take them to the show. Just like they are.
That'd be cool.
And a lot of them are still like 90% of what they were when they were on the show circuit back then. Static drop, like 8-inch static.
Yep.
Just like sitting on the ground, running some like 15s with some like super short sidewall tires. Like it's super nostalgic. And so, yeah, that's a big deal. And so that could be a case like you pull something out like that was literally race prepped, thrown in a box, and you're like, ta-da!
Yeah.
And people just be like,
holy
I must have
crap,
that.
That's
yeah, like,
so cool.
Somebody that has the money is just like, we need that for a museum.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it'd be cool to compare the tech from now to 20 years from now.
You could do that just with pictures, but it'd be cool if you
had the truck, like pulled it out and
what's the thing? Some of this, like from a museum standpoint, you can still do that with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So what you should really do instead of throwing it in a box is just go start an Ultra 4 museum.
Oh boy.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Because I can afford to do that.
You could get, well, here's the thing. Most museums run on donations and like funding from people and folks. Groups. And then also on top of that, a lot of the stuff that you find in museums are from personal collections.
Yeah.
They literally are on rent at the museum.
Your loaner race car.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. Like, it's sitting in your personal collection. Would you like to show it off at our museum?
We're going to do this. We need this race motor for the season.
Not on their collector item. They're not.
Like, I'm going to need the race motor for my museum piece. So thanks.
I'm like, bro, it's 8 years old. Get out of here. So yeah, you could definitely do that. Like, it's not a thing. It could be a thing. Yeah. Definitely could be a thing.
So what's your next side tangent?
Okay, side tangent is the wife was reading some post on Facebook from a girl she went to school with.
Uh-huh.
And her and some friends of theirs or whatever were like, yeah, we are the proud new owners of what? How much was it? Is it 20 acres or 30 acres? Maybe it was like 30 acres of ground in East Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, ground here is so cheap.
Uh-huh.
How much did they pay for it?
How much did you say?
It's like 30 acres of wooded ground, 20 or 30 acres of wooded ground. I think it might have been 20. Wooded ground, East Tennessee, right off a lake, somebody or other. I don't remember.
26,000.
Nah, not that cheap. It was like 116, I think she said. Something like that.
I went really cheap. I went trailer a lot.
You went definitely not in an area where anybody wants to live cheap. Which is out there 100%. Like, you can buy that shit $100 on the,
yes.
couple $100 an acre is definitely a thing.
That's all I need.
But no, they picked up this wooded ground down there for that much. I looked at Jess. I was like, cool. Sell the house, buy a motorhome, go buy 30 acres of wooded like wheeling ground.
Yep.
In East Tennessee, like done and done. I was telling her, I was like,
welcome to my life plans.
You're right. I was telling her, I was like, think about this. I was like, with COVID, since the whole COVID things happened, like your work is now, you can work from home if you want to.
Yep.
I was like, now that I've popped off with this whole Skillet Shine deal, I can fucking ship from anywhere.
Yep.
Like, it don't matter where it's coming from. You know what I mean? So like, we can move anytime you're ready. And she just kind of looked at me. I was like, oh, I'm dead nuts serious here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Another thing on my list of things to talk about is last week we were discussing that somebody had posted somewhere or something like that there was like a body, like a caulk or whatever that you could get, and it was good, like a good substitute for body.
Yep.
Yeah. And Bill, of course, is the one who did that. I'm not putting this onesie past Bill either. Okay.
The Toyota, but it said California on it though.
No, but it came from a shipping depot.
Oh,
like a shipping department.
Okay, so like, it wasn't like
it could have been any. Yeah, it could have been like just ordered from anywhere in the country and shipped.
Damn.
So,
So how would you even know?
I know, and that's the issue. So, yeah. So that's what you have going on. Is like, I don't know who sent it to me. But
dude, I fucking hate that.
Thinking about blaming it on Bill.
Like, I fucking hate not knowing shit.
I'll post it after this comes out. Like, I'll post the onesie and then somebody will own up to it probably. Maybe. If they don't, fuck him. But he's definitely going to wear it.
Well, yeah. You don't want him to Jeep life it.
And here's the other thing. I have not, like, showed my appreciation that somebody sent me something out of their money, their hard-earned dollars.
No, I want to say thank you. Like, yeah. I want you to get the credit for it. I get it, but I hate people who are like, I'm going to do this and nobody
don't want credit.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I want to say this. We had a group, because I'm not narrowing anything down, but we had a group that paid for a racer,
it got me
to run the entire season with 0.1 off-road.
Oh, wow.
Racing series. Yeah. And so we got to tell him about that live. We did that on the Nick in the Hill.
Yeah.
On the Nick in the Hill.
On the Nick in the Hill. Yeah.
Nick in the Hill.
Yeah.
On the hill
it's
with
like,
Nick and friends.
It's like when there's like a chunk missing out of the hill.
Yeah. It's like there's a Nick on the hill.
It's a Nick in the Hill.
Maybe he should change his show name.
The Nick in the Hill.
Nick on the Hill. Yeah. Not on the hill with Nick and friends, but Nick on the Hill.
Nick on the Hill.
Clearly, it comes right out of my mouth, so it just kind of. But didn't want any credit for it. we didn't name drop them, and we're like, if they want to come forward and tell you who it is, then cool. And I'm like, oh my God, that drives me, like, you can't be mad. I'm not mad about it, but that drives me nuts. 'Cause I'm like, I want to be like, thank you. I want to shake your hand. I want to be like, thank you. I appreciate the hell out of that. But there are people who just like, they don't want that credit. And I'm like, dude, I totally like 200% get that. But like,
get it? Yeah.
God, I want to say thank you.
Right. And that's, so whoever sent me that, fuck you. And thank you.
I applaud you. I want to thank you as well.
Here's the thing. Contrary to popular belief, I don't hate Toyotas.
You shouldn't hate Toyotas.
No, I actually do really like Toyotas. Like, if somebody was if I had Toyota money.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
I got a side tangent for you.
Side tangent for Toyota money.
I bought a new off-road rig this week. Completely freaking
Didn't
forgot
do a
about
fucking
that.
thing all week.
Good Lord.
Except for buy a new rig. I mean, there was that, I guess.
Rig.
All right. So do tell. This is going to be enlightening because it's going to be really entertaining. So because you forgot about it. So it's obviously a complete shit box and you've not taken possession of it
yet. It's a good time. I just don't know if I can divulge the details on air yet.
Oh, really? Well, how the fuck does that work?
Well, I'll have to tell you later.
If anybody wants to send an angry email, please send it to totaloffroadpodcast@gmail.com and be sure to put Ian in the subject line.
Ian. All right, I just told you the story off air. And that's the new off-road rig. It's incredible. I told him, I was like, I don't know.
You're getting fucked, but the guy is selling you the rig, though.
What a nice guy.
First, congratulations.
Yeah.
To you and the seller.
Yeah.
And
more so the seller.
I'm pretty excited. Yeah, much more for the seller.
I'm excited to bring that home and cut it in half. I didn't even think about that till just now, but we're gonna sawzall it now. Gosh, yeah. I was like, I don't know if that's an insulting offer or not because I don't know the price of said item, but I'm just saying. Actually, I think I started with 2 and then went to 4.
You?
Yeah, I'm a nice guy.
So you offered to buy it.
No, I didn't offer, but I bought it.
Oh, yeah, you bought it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But you offered it first. You offered 2 packs of diapers.
Yeah.
It's a solid investment.
I don't know what a pack of diapers costs, but
yeah. I mean, they're like $2,000 a piece. Not bad. Not bad at all.
What kind of diapers does your son wear?
100%
gold-plated silk diaper?
Yes.
Does a silk gold-plated, like it's got gold trim, dangly bits off of this diaper?
Diamonds, jewels, gems. Yeah.
Looks like a bedazzler factory just exploded on this silk diaper.
And then you just wrap it in an everyday fucking $3 onesie.
And then it's dunked in gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. $2,000
per pack.
Yeah.
Not a bad deal.
Okay. What's a legit pack of diapers cost?
Oh, $10.
Okay. So I bought this rig for like $40.
Oh, yeah. That's a good deal.
What a buy.
More details in episode 50.
Yeah.
60. We don't know. When we find out that we can announce more, we will tell you more.
But he knows. He's mad and he knows.
Right, so you ready?
It's a good rig.
You ready for my lunch story?
It's going to make me hungry, but yeah.
No. I won't even go into like the whole food thing. So went to
Where'd you go?
Went to a Mexican restaurant.
What'd you have?
Mexican. I don't know what it was. Special number 10. So it's like a enchilada and some other stuff. Oh. So anyway, we went to lunch and with a friend, and we're there having lunch, just doing our, having a conversation, talking about off-roading things, which was cool. It was nice to sit down with him and do that.
Yep.
And while we're sitting here chit-chatting about off-roading things, and we've been there for a little bit, we'd already done eating our food, we've already gotten our bill, but we're just hanging out. He's finishing his beer, and I see a EMT excursion come blazing up. Okay. And I'm like, oh, well, that's weird. And then they come like storming into the restaurant.
Jesus,
and blowing by us, like, just like they come in with, they're moving. Okay?
Like they got a mission, like somebody's
and they go blowing by
dying.
us, heading back towards the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, that's all right. Well, that's fucking weird. And like we've been sitting there the whole time. We hadn't heard a thing, like nothing going on. Like, oh, well, somebody had a heart attack. I'm thinking like maybe one of the chefs had something happen to him or something. I don't know. And so we're just sitting there chilling. And then all of a sudden the sheriff comes walking in and he's kind of just strolling around table to table, just kind of seeing what's going on. And then he starts asking everybody, did you hear anything? Did you hear anything? And Mike and I, the fuck? Like, did somebody get shot with a really good silencer? Like, why is the sheriff asking
Jason
questions?
Bourne just come blasting through this kitchen looking for a fucking taco?
I don't know. But like, we're like, what in the world happened here? And so I message, because it was the fire department that showed up.
Yeah.
I messaged one of my buddies that's on the fire department that went wheeling with me last weekend.
Yep.
I messaged him like, the hell is going on? Like, what is going down at El Toro right now? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, we're sitting here having lunch and the EMTs come flying in, and then followed up by the sheriff, who's now asking questions about if we heard anything. Like, I don't know about you, but that's kind of weird.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And so he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, I'll see if I can get some info. I'm like, all right, cool. And so we're kind of just sitting there finishing up, kind of chit chatting. All the employees are like MIA at this point. And so, like, obviously,
I get some more chips and salsa. Gonna need some more chips and salsa, please.
Need some information, chips, salsa, and a side information, if you would.
Hey, you know anything?
Well, what the fuck's going on?
Go back there and get me some chips and
find out
some shit.
Yeah, the chips were right where they were at, and they came in with like a stretcher board and like with the old jump pack.
Damn, like I've needed that at the Mexican restaurant there before because I eat too much. But yeah,
this was legit. So I was like, what in the hell? Like, this guy get drunk and like fall in the bathroom and bust his head open or what? Like, what's going on here? And so we don't hear anything else. And then as we're getting ready to get up and leave, I hear somebody say, well, first off, there was an employee. Or no, it was the sheriff, I think, or whatever. The sheriff was here talking to another kid who was sitting at the table across from us.
Huh.
And I thought that the whole clan had left. There was 3 of them. He's like, no, he got up to go to like the bathroom, and he'd been gone a while. So we went to go check on him, and that's when we found him. And I was like, what the fuck? And then he goes and they're kind of chit chatting about this, that, and the other, like just a couple little whatevers. Nothing real, pertinent in that information. You just kind of give them the details of what's going on.
Yeah.
And then right before we get to leave, I hear somebody say, well, yeah, there was a puddle of blood. I'm like, the fuck? Like, what is going on? So we don't get any more details on this. Like, we just know that like just a shit show happened.
Was like cops showing up and stuff?
Somebody got injured in a bad way, okay?
Jesus.
And so, yeah, well, not all. It was just that sheriff that showed up.
So it was like one cop.
Just one sheriff, yeah. And I was like, all right, whatever. So we, none of our business, we left. And we got back to the house, enjoyed another beer. And then I get a text message from James. And he's like, so apparently the dude fell down the stairs and busted his head open. And he was flatlined for 12 minutes. And they got him back jump-started.
Huh.
Yeah. How fucked up is that? So, like, you ever been to that El Toro in St. Joe?
Apparently not.
Okay, so
no, I don't think I've ever been to that one, to be honest with you.
So in that one there, if you walk back towards the bathrooms, you go past the bar, which is in the back there.
Yep.
You go past the bar, and then there's a bathroom door, another door that's employees only, and then another bathroom door. Well, if you open that employees only door, it's a staircase. Yeah. Like there's no landing. It's literally you open the door and down you go.
Huh.
And so I'm guessing like maybe he was looking at his phone or just wasn't like thinking about it. And he opened the door to go into the bathroom and just down the stairs he went. But we didn't hear shit. Like we didn't hear screams. We didn't hear no banging around.
Yeah, because he was probably knocked the fuck out.
Like, but you think you would hear somebody fall down the stairs?
I don't know.
But as old as that building is, they might be concrete stairs. I don't remember. But either way, bad deal. Haven't heard an update yet as to how he's doing. But when you flatline for 12 minutes, I mean,
that's not good.
Hopefully you're not getting like coloring books for the rest of your Christmases.
I don't even think you're.
Can you imagine going to lunch and dying?
Yeah.
I went to Mexican, went to Mexican to have lunch, died.
If I was going to die at lunch, it would be at a Mexican restaurant. I mean, I don't make light of the situation, but
usually a heart attack, but
I don't have self-control when I go to them fucking
Mike
places.
And I were just in shock. Like, what just happened?
That's wild.
It is wild. So yeah, that was intense. I was like, what in the world? So that was my lunch story from this week. Very interesting.
Well then,
Yeah, well, that is right.
What do you follow? Well, I think I'll take my lunch tomorrow. I don't want to go anywhere.
You know what? Never mind. Yeah. Stairs are dangerous.
I don't need that.
I'm going to take the elevator.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm guessing, like I said, those stairs, like as soon as you open that door, like if you were to open a door to go into a bathroom, you open the door and like step in at the same time, you know, you don't think nothing of it.
Way she goes, boys.
And I'm guessing that was the case. I'm thinking he just thought that was a bathroom door, hit the open, and then just, you know,
down the hatch.
As there was no floor underneath of him. Yeah.
That's so incredible.
Isn't it? So I haven't heard, like I said, I haven't heard an update yet. Hopefully he's going to recover, obviously.
Yeah, that would be the hope.
I feel like I didn't get a real good look at him when we walked in over there. Wasn't paying real close attention, but I feel like he was a little bit older, maybe in his 40s or 50s, maybe.
But not old enough to kick the bucket.
No, not over that. So that was a trip. No doubt about that.
Wild.
Yeah. So that was the old lunch story.
Interesting.
I know. So I did manage to wash the Jeep this week. Took it to the car wash and gave it a good final wash.
Get all that mud off of it.
Get the rest of the cliffs off of it. So I'd already washed it once when it was on the trailer. And then this was a take it back and give it the finish.
The post rinse.
The
post wash rinse.
The actual wash. So I spent another $11 there, about 23 minutes or something like that in the wash bay. So I did it on Thursday when it was real nice out. It was like 50 degrees.
Yeah.
And there's cars everywhere. There's a line like down the block for the automatic. And I'm just sitting here holding down a wash. I'm like, no, motherfuckers, lunch is over. You take your ass back to work.
I'll be working right here and just fuck off.
Yep. It was like, it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, no, lunch is over. You can take your ass back to fucking work. You come back when the sun goes down.
You come back when I'm done, peasants.
Yeah.
I got cliff mud to wash off this bitch.
I got it all washed and then took it back to the house. And then I wasn't back at the house for maybe an hour. I get a phone call from another buddy. He's like, hey, I'm up here at the St. Joe car wash. I'm like, yeah. He's like, there's a guy out here with an old like 80s Cutlass, real clean 80s Cutlass, and the battery won't start. I don't know anybody else around the area to call. So you think you come over here and give him a jump start? I'm like, motherfucker.
Nope.
I was like, all right.
I got shit to do. I gotta look at my clean ass Jeep.
I was like, I guess I'll drive the Jeep up there. So I already had the jump pack in low key. So I was like, I'll just drive it up here. So that's what I did. Jumped back in there, drove up there and gave him a jump with the jump pack. And then, mosey my ass back home. When it's 50 degrees outside, you don't want to do anything other than just drive around in your Jeep. Would have been nice with the doors off. Ooh.
I don't know how that feels.
Oh, it's a true story. That must suck.
Like AC.
You like AC?
Yep.
Take the doors off when it's 50 out. It's good AC.
Ooh, I want climate controlled AC. Like I'm not bougie AC.
Oh, okay. I see. So anyway, that's basically my week in a nutshell.
Sounds eventful enough. Like maybe I should not go to lunch with you next week.
Right. That's probably a pretty good idea.
Jesus.
Yeah. Just don't fall down any stairs, I guess.
That's incredible.
I know.
Like the fact that nothing was just like
what just blew our minds is that nobody said anything until the EMT showed up. Like we just,
oh my God, is anyone a doctor? Like
nope.
Just at least we could try that one,
No, none of that.
Nobody's a doctor.
Nobody.
No. Okay. Well, we'll just hang out and have some more chips and salsa.
Like, can you imagine opening the door to the stairs and seeing somebody at the bottom with like blood, with a puddle of blood around? I'm like, whoa!
Well, shut that. I'm sure the fuck don't want to go in there.
Not to laugh at that situation, but like, man, it just blew our minds. There's like, what? Nobody said a word. Like
it's just so hush.
Like,
we don't want to interrupt the lunch rush.
They just go,
keep it quiet.
Yeah, 911. We got a guy on the stairs.
Take him out the back door.
Can you send this thing? So I don't know. I don't know everything, but like there's some like speculation that like people live at that restaurant, like in the basement.
Yeah.
So it's an older building and it's got a basement. And they're like, oh, yeah, like people live down there and stuff. I'm like, that's a good possibility. I could see that as a thing.
Yeah.
And so it makes me wonder, like, how much are they going to have to go through now as a restaurant to rectify that situation of the stairs being that easily accessible?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a sign on the door and everything, but I don't think it says stairs on it. But yeah.
This is going to get a new lock.
It's definitely going to get a lock, I would imagine.
Yep.
Yeah. Going to get a lock. Going to get I don't know.
Thumbprint.
I wonder if they'll put like a landing there. Like when you open the door, it'll be like a landing. I don't know. Or maybe they'll just keep it locked. Who knows?
Lock it.
I don't know how many times that's happened.
Well, it's once or twice a month.
A month.
Who knows?
I mean, I'm sure there's no way that's the first time. Because I've done it. I've opened that door and I'm like, whoa. But been fortunate enough not to like walk onto the stairs.
Sounds like they need a lock.
They definitely need a lock. Faux show. But anyway, back to 4-wheel drive things. I need a 3-link. Oh, we were talking about... Did I talk about on here that Kyle came and bought the 40s? Or was that on the Patreon?
That was on the Patreon.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So Kyle Carpenter came and bought the 40s today for his project, his 1-ton project he's working on.
Love it.
Yep. And we were talking about 3-links, and he said that he thinks he's going to go with the Cav Fab 3-link cross member.
Does he listen to the Jake Berkey episode? Okay.
I would say he probably has. Yeah.
He should.
Yeah, and he was smart and was like 3-link, right?
Yeah.
Because road driving.
Jake Berkey don't know what he's talking about.
Nope, sure doesn't.
I didn't say that for the record. That was sarcastic.
Did you listen to the hired gun episode? Oh, no, wait. He didn't say it on that episode.
No.
He said that on the other. Oh, I should put that on the Patreon.
The what?
Ooh, that'd be pretty good. I should go through and do that.
There you go. More content coming your way. Speaking of Patreon,
I'll have to check with Chad Bartley.
It is the last week of January.
Oh, it is.
Do you know what that means?
Get in now or don't get it at all?
That means you're about to lose your shot at the point. In January.
Your entry. Your January entry is about to end. So if you're not in the $10 tier,
yes,
you are about to miss your January entry.
So how this works, folks, Patreon, look us up. You have to type it into the URL bar or whatever you call it.
Yeah, that thing.
You can't search for us because we're marked explicit.
Right. www.patreon.com/total off-road podcast.
So for every $10, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
$1
gets you everything except for the giveaways.
$10
gets you everything and the giveaway.
So every $10 entry,
yes,
or every $10 you commit monthly,
right,
gives you one entry into the quarterly giveaway, valued at $500
currently,
American dollars.
See,
not Canadian dollars.
Right.
So we're gonna we usually do a poll in the Patreon Facebook group, which you get added to if you're a Patreon member.
Oh, shit.
Forgot to add a couple people. Okay. So
it was a busy week. I will say that.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding
me. The payment hasn't cleared yet, so technically by the bylaws, they're not in.
Yeah, technically.
So Steve gets you added to the Patreon Facebook page. And then in there, we usually do a poll asking for you guys' input on what you want to win in said giveaway. And then we usually just take a majority rules and give that option or a cash option to our friends at Complete Off-Road.
Yeah.
So make sure you get in. This week is your last chance to get in for January. You could also double up in February and March, which would be cool. But if you just want to get in for $10 a month, you get all the extra content. We do an extra episode a little before the podcast episode. We do some extra content throughout the months. It's a good time.
Yep.
So get in there, do that, make her happen, Captain. While we're talking about finding things, totaloffroadpodcast.com has all of the needs you could ever want. Merchandise, links to all our social media pages, and more. A link to all of our podcast sponsors.
The glasses are still fucking me up.
I don't know what to tell you.
I think you maybe Ian's wearing glasses and it's got me all messed up. I look across the table. I'm like, who's this guy? Who's the guy wearing glasses?
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to get not glasses.
Well, I have to be really good at taking my contacts out every day.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because my eyes appreciate that.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So
Makes sense.
I'm one of those people that leaves my contacts in until they get fucked up because why replace them until they're fucking blurry or whatever?
God.
So I used to wear the 30-day contacts, which are bad for your eyes, but are good for lazy people. So here we are.
So now you've switched over?
So, well, I switched over probably 3 or 4 or 5 years ago to the single day ones and then still use them for
several days,
a while.
Now the single day ones, you put them in, then take them out, and you just like throw them in their little container overnight.
In the dumpster,
just in the dumpster.
They're 1 day.
Wow. And then the 30-day ones, did you put those in overnight, or
well,
did you just leave them in?
To.
Yeah, you
take
just left them in your eyes.
Then put them back in. I just leave them in.
Oh God,
yeah, it's real bad
to your eyeball.
Yeah, it was bad on your eyes. So
that sounds terrible.
Well, I guess I did do something.
Your skin just grows to the contact. Like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Go have to have it taken off surgically.
It's not good on your eyes because it doesn't let your eyeball breathe.
Yeah. And they make breathable ones now, but even still.
Yeah, they're
no way.
So I have my LASIK surgery scheduled for the first week of March. So I have to be real good about taking them out because I need I told the doctor that I'd take them out every night. So he's like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And then it just going to work out better in my favor if I do that religiously for the next month or so. So, yeah, I got to wear glasses for 7 days. I think it's the end of February for a week before my pre-op appointment where they do like a little retinal scan of your eyeball. And then I have to wear glasses for the next 3 days after that until I go in and get my eyes lasered to perfection.
That sounds terrible.
It does. I'm scared about it because, well, the alternative is that you're fucking blind.
That doesn't sound
really
good.
be thrilled about that.
No,
especially awesome. The thing that I struggle with is it's an elective surgery. So I literally am making the choice. I don't have to have it. I'm making the choice to get it done. And what if it goes wrong? I chose to be blind for the rest of my life. Now, seemingly it's a very outpatient surgery, no big deal. You'll be fine by tomorrow. But
everybody I've heard just loves it.
What if I'm the one?
Well, that was meant to be then.
Yeah, so whatever. I finally just said fuck it and committed to do it, and I'm going to pay for it and be done. So
right, nice.
Yay.
Yeah, it's literally like a 30-minute procedure, and then you're out again.
I don't know how long it takes. You literally go in, and they knock them both out. You go home. They tell you to sleep for 4 hours, and then they say by the time you wake up after sleeping for at least 4 hours, you'll have
goodish vision.
Good vision. You'll still have some blurriness. You have some dry scratchiness, but they're usually you go back to work Monday and you're just fine.
Wow.
So,
isn't that wild?
Yeah, it blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Because you can literally get your eyes fucking lasered. And then that night you're like, hey, you're all right. And then you go back to work Monday and
with no glasses, no contacts.
Yep. And they're avoid extremely dusty environments for a week or so. I don't think you can get in a pool or a hot tub. You're not supposed to fully submerge because that flap has to heal back to your eyeball kind of thing. So they don't want you to dislodge it by getting water in your eyes.
Right.
They say to not sleep with pets in the bed or something like that for
get a hair out of there.
Yeah, get that, or they I've heard their nail can hit that flap and dislodge it, which causes issues. Yeah,
this conversation sucks,
bro. Try researching it and going. No, you know what?
That's a good idea.
All the negatives, I'll take that. So I've been wanting to get it done for 15 years. And
what's the price on that?
I think because it's nice because they do it as a package deal.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, packages.
They do because I think you got to get 4. You get their pre-op retinal scan where they dilate your eyes and all that shit. Then they do a post-op the day after, a post-op the week after, and then I think 3 or 4 more throughout the first year to make sure everything is healing good, because what's included if your eyes don't come out to a perfect 20/20, which they say is an option. It's very rare, but it can happen. They do one free correction to get you to 20/20 within that first year. So that's why they monitor that. So I think it's five appointments 5 or 6 appointments, the surgery, and the only thing you have to pay for other than the surgery is some like over the counter like re-wetting drops to keep your eyes moist. It's like $3,900 or something. It's just under $4,000.
Right.
So 2 G's and I, no discounts. Thanks for coming.
Or
you know how many cool shit I could buy for $4,000?
Hear me out. Or keep wearing contacts.
Yep.
And order bypass shocks.
Yeah, I could order a lot of things for $4,000. You see my conundrum in life?
Race lines.
I could order race lines and a lot of extra stuff for $4,000
for the buggy and the trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Life choices, I suppose.
Yeah.
My wife's like, oh, that's exciting. It'll be life changing. And I'll be, oh, that's great. I'll be blind. So
here's the thing. I don't have to wear glasses or contacts. So I cannot speak to the annoyance that is wearing those every day.
Every day, every morning. Doesn't matter if you're in a hurry, if you're late, if you're behind schedule,
put your eyes
if you're whatever, you literally got to stand in there and put eye contacts. You got to finger fuck your eyeball.
Yeah.
And some days,
wife does it every day.
One shot them, like boom. Hell, I've been wearing contacts for like 20 fucking years. And then there are days where I stand in there and I damn near just gonna like,
nope, wearing glasses today.
Oh, see, but I'm one of those people that like I wear sunglasses religiously.
Yeah.
Like it'll be cloudy and I'm like, well, I'm gonna put my sunglasses on. And I don't know why. Like I'm not sensitive to the light. Like I can stand it. It just annoys me. I like that. I kind of like that being able to hide behind like some dark ass sunglasses too when you're looking at people, because I have a tendency to be like, oh, this fucking guy, so that hides that a little bit too.
When you're looking away, nobody knows, you're just rolling your eyes, like looking away,
like holy shit, like this guy's an idiot. So I don't know. I've just developed like I wear sunglasses all the freaking time. So for me, glasses are so upsetting because of the whole sunglasses thing. So that I'm like, I'm wearing contacts. So then some days you'll stand in there for 10 minutes and like
try to get on.
And like 10 minutes of finger blasting your eyeball is so upsetting when you're like, dude, I was supposed to be at work 25 minutes ago. So that's why I would sleep in them. It'd just be good to go the next day.
Just run out the door.
Life.
I get that same feeling, like the whole like people can't see a thing with the whole when you're wearing a mask.
Yep.
See, and I like mix it up. Like I'll be wearing a mask thinking like people can't see me. So I'll be like looking at somebody.
Yep.
Like wearing no sunglasses.
Yeah.
Just a mask.
The mask doesn't hide your eyes.
Staring at somebody like, oh yeah, they can see me. Yeah, right.
I went in the gas station the other day and I go to the same Casey's every single morning between like, we're like 15, 20 minutes. So like same relative time.
Right. By the same thing.
The people, like the cashiers, I'm sure it's a schedule of like what time these same people come in every day. Because every other day I get fuel, and then every single day I walk in, I get something to drink, usually a sandwich and some breakfast.
Yep.
So I was walking in one day. I had a hood, I had my mask around my like neck, and I had a hood on, and I was wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
And I literally was like about to walk in the door, pulled my mask up to put that on, opened the door, walked in and was like, oh, my bad. Hood off, sunglasses. Like you could probably see like a strip of my forehead. And I was like, dude, I wouldn't want to be a damn cashier right now in a gas station.
Yeah.
How do you know somebody's going to rob a gas station 2 years ago? They're probably wearing a hood and a mask and sunglasses. My dumb ass just walking in the gas station, following the protocol of wearing a mask. It was cold. I was wearing a hood. It was bright. I was wearing the sunglasses. And I'm like, oh, damn.
Depending on where I'm at, I will still forget to put my mask on. Like I'll just walk into somewhere, just not thinking about it. And I'll be like walking like, oh,
I did that. So we can go to restaurants now.
Yeah.
And you can go and sit inside. I got limited seating. So I went in and ate lunch there the other day. You got to wear your mask anytime you're not seated.
Right.
So I took my mask off. I hate having it around my neck because it feels like it's choking me.
I don't do that.
So I take it off and stick it in my hoodie pocket.
You've got gaiters.
Yeah, I usually just wear the gaiters. So I stick it in my sweatshirt pocket, eat my lunch, and then I like gather my stuff, and I go to like dump my tray.
Right.
And the guy comes up and he's like, "Oh, I'll take that for you." And I was like, "Oh, all right." And he's like, "Well, how was everything?" I said, "Oh, it was very good. Like, thanks and have a good day and all this." And then I walk outside and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I completely forgot to put my mask back on after getting up."
Did
but
that.
It's just,
did that the other day when we left lunch.
Yep.
We were just sitting there and we paid and we paid from the table.
Yep.
And then we're like, all right, well, let's leave. And just jumped up and walked out the door. And like, as I'm like walking to the edge of the road, oh, my mask. Like, well, too late now.
Too late now. Yeah.
Not like it's a big deal. I think I passed maybe one person.
Yep.
But I didn't cough on them. So
yeah.
Yeah. Didn't lick the windows or the doorknobs.
Nice.
That's a nice guy. So
you'll have that. Yeah.
Didn't contaminate the area too much.
I licked every doorknob on the way out, even the bathroom stall doors. Gotcha.
But I wore my mask.
I wore my mask. Just had a little tongue flap hole. Blah, 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 blah.
That's a good idea. A mask that has like a flap on it. There's a website. I found this. There's a video and I'll show it to you. It's great. There's a website. It's called shopmocker.com. MOCKR. Shop. MOCKR.com. And they sell masks. Now they're out of the cooling right now because they can't keep up with the volume, which is not surprising because one of their videos had like 14 million views on it. And it's a brilliant idea. It's a brilliant idea. So, excuse me. So what it is they have made these, the masks that, how do I explain this? It's just it's made out of like almost a stretchy material, kind of thin. And it, I don't know how to explain that. It just basically conforms to your face real well. You see people wearing them. You're like, oh, that's a nice looking mask.
Uh-huh.
In the part that goes around your ears, essentially when you take the mask off, it's like two pieces of flat material with like a hole cut in them for the ears.
Yeah.
And then it's just stitched together in the center.
Yep.
So anyway, they've made a mask like this and they have a printer. So what they do? They'll print your face on it. So when you put the mask on,
yeah, I've seen a few of those.
Have you?
Yeah,
yeah. You put the mask on, you can't even tell.
There's a couple that like it's like a big grin,
yeah,
like a cartoon style.
Yeah,
grin,
I've seen like that, but this is like
no,
legit.
but it's like their face with like a cartoon grin on it.
Oh, really?
So it looks like they're in their like full on cheese mode, and it's like yes.
And they have one like that, and then they have the one called the Bad Masker, which is it's somebody else's face. They have these in stock, but they've printed the blue like M95 or not M95, but the blue like, generic mask you get.
Yep.
And how everybody wears that like under their chin.
Yep.
They've printed this mask. Damn it.
Damn it, boy.
They've printed this mask. So it's the face with the beard and like the blue mask is like, yeah, it's like that, but way better quality.
Because that's the cheesing.
I'll show you on here.
Love it. So it's like somebody being a dick, and it's like, oh, but wait, they're wearing a mask.
But wait, they're actually wearing a mask.
Yes.
It was pretty cool. What is wrong with my phone? It's being a piece of shit. Anyway, I thought that was really cool when I found it. I was like, damn, that's badass. I need to have that in my life. And so I went to go find it, and then they were out of the ones you can have with your own face on them. I was like, that sucks. So this is the one, the Bad Masker. Wonderful. Yeah.
Like, yes, I'm wearing a mask, but it doesn't look like I'm wearing a mask because my mask is printed. Oh, this looks pretty legit though. Like
they're really close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yep. And when you send them a picture of like your own face, you do like a front and then like a profile on either side.
Yeah,
so they can blend it all and make it.
I'll be damned. How much does that cost? Like $50 mask?
$30.
That's not horrible.
For the your face on a mask is $30, and it says due to high demand, temporarily out of stock.
Yeah.
And then the Bad Masker is $19.99, and then the Bad Masker female, and then you have an American Bulldog. This one's pretty entertaining. It's just dog face.
Oh, it's just a dog face on a kid.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a pretty good one. They do a really good job of like making them.
Yeah, they're not like half-ass made.
No. They're like nice looking. So I told Jess, she was like $20 for a mask. I'm like, but it's so cool. This dude's a tiger.
There was one that was going around back real early on in the whole thing. It was like a cow with like its tongue hanging out of its mouth. It was kind of comical that I was going to get for my wife. And but yeah, it was like $30. I'm like, oh, $30.
Yeah,
so I can relate.
Like
that's
from 10, 15 feet, you'd never know. You'd never know they're wearing a mask. There was one of the videos on there they did, and the one who was wearing like the bad masker, and then under that he was wearing like his face, and so like they were like the one dude took his off, and it was actually his face, it was actually like no mask,
yeah,
and then the other dude pulled off the bad masker, and then it was his face, and like he did it quick enough to where like in the video you just thought he took the mask off, and then he pulled like his face off,
which is insane. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, if you're on TikTok, go look up Shop Mocker on there on TikTok, and you'll see all those cool videos. They got some cool stuff.
Check it out.
So I finished my coffee beer.
Okay.
Yep.
Now you're back to H2O.
Yeah, we're back to, which is not a bad thing. I should definitely drink more water.
Pounding all the waters.
All of the waters. I don't know if I'd say pounding all of the waters.
Enough of the waters.
I need to get back to drinking a gallon of water a day.
Are you going to just wait for you to chug that entire oversized bottle of water? Well, I hope it fucking springs a leak or something. That'd been fucking great. It's like, oh my God, it's pouring all over.
I drink the whole bottle. I'm going to spring a leak.
He's peeing it out as fast as he drinks it. It's incredible. Just like his body is a Brita water filter.
Make sure you pee on the spot where you spilled the beer so we can clean that up.
We'll just vacuum it up at the same time it comes out.
Good to go. Just like a carpet extractor.
Yes. Steve the carpet machine. It's a new skill.
We have strayed a long way from the off-roadage talkage.
What do you do? Sometimes,
who's gonna be upset?
Sometimes those nights in the shop where you're just starting off with like, oh yeah, it's all worked on this, and they just go off the rails.
Yeah.
It just it's a good
that
time.
First conversation was killer though.
About
the old putting her in the box. Yeah, the storing the off-road vehicle in a box.
Oh yeah,
that was a good one.
I'm interested to see what other people, because I don't know. Of course, it's going to be different for everybody.
It's going to be fun to see that.
But it'll be cool to get some interactive content off of that.
Yeah. We need a picture of that, like a vehicle sitting in a box, in a storage container, or in a shipping container.
They're out there.
Yes.
So, man, dude, like, I want to be like, oh, I got this going on or this going on, but I don't.
You don't, yeah.
My most exciting thing I'm going to come up with here in the next week or two is if I can get my fuel tank mounted in the trailer, which I
did have my lunch guest told me that he does not give two fucks about your bouncer life.
Sorry about you.
He'd rather hear less about it.
Sorry about you. Come out and ride in a rock bouncer and see how it works out.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's more fun than you think.
He might like it.
I mean, it's not for everybody. It's just like overlanding. Like, so I get bored with overlanding.
Here, we'll have this discussion.
Okay.
We were talking about your rig.
Yep.
And talking about its lack of power.
Yep.
And then we're talking about the fact that like you want to put gears in it, and talking about all this. Anyway, talking about all these different things, and then we started talking about gear ratios and like crawl ratios.
Yep.
And so we were doing the math on his truck, because he was trying to get it down lower. He's like, I was out there wheeling, and the two other guys I was wheeling with have like really low crawl ratios and double lows.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, just watching them wheel, like, it's just so smooth and effortless.
This is running a 241.
Right. And he said that, so we calculated his crawl ratio. Turbo 400, 241, 410 gears.
Yep.
What's his crawl ratio?
I don't know, but there's a really slick dick calculator.
You don't need a slick dick calculator. You just literally multiply all those numbers. So it's two. What did he say? It was 280. It was something like that. I can't remember what the low gear on the 4L80 is, but it's low. But anyway, you just multiply your transmission first gear to your ratio in your transfer case to the axle ratio. Just multiply those three together, and that'll give you your crawl ratio. His ratio is currently 29. Yeah.
That's a 241 for you.
So we did that, and he was like, yeah, I was thinking about getting some gear, maybe going up to like 513s or 538s or something like that.
I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference with the 241.
Well, that's what it's 241's 272 to 1. Like,
it's still just not that low.
What is your better option?
EcoBox.
Well, obviously. Yeah.
I would double the transfer case.
But there's no transfer case that's going to go lower than that other than an Atlas.
No, but you could run an EcoBox doubler on that.
Yeah, and that's what we were discussing.
Profit.
And so he was talking about how it already sings on the interstate with the 410s in a 3-speed trans.
Yep.
And I was like, well, if you put an EcoBox in there, I was like, your highway gear won't change. Whereas if you put 513s in it, it was like a nominal difference. It gave him like a 37-to-1 crawl ratio, like almost nothing. We did an EcoBox and it like tripled his crawl ratio. Went from a 30 to like a, what was it? Was it 90? It wasn't 90, but it was up there. I was like, damn. So
Grim Jeeper. I was thinking Grim Reaper for whatever reason.
For what?
So the nice thing is
on that page.
Yeah, if you go on Grim Reaper's gear ratio calculator, you can compare side by side too. So you can select, like, you select your transmission, it selects this, select tire size, everything, and then you can hit like submit, and it shows you all your final drive ratios and all your gears and lows.
Oh, that's cool.
It gives you your crawler speed at RPM and feet. It gives you your road speed in RPMs with miles per hour and all that. But you can compare two numbers side by side. So if you wanted to change from like one gear ratio to a next gear ratio, it would literally side by side in a chart show you the difference. So Grim Jeeper, GRIMMJEEPER.
So first gear in a 4L8 in a turbo 400 is 2.48 to 1.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's rough. Multiply that by 2.72 and multiply that by 4.1 gives you a total final crawl ratio of 27.65. Now, if we go back in and we do 2.72 in the middle, you cock back and son of a 2.72. My points are not working.
If you would use the Grim Jeeper calculator,
let's see what's going on here.
It would profit you.
So if he did the 272, or so if he did an EcoBox with the same 272 planetaries in it, he would end up with a 75.22 to 1.
Yep. Which is quite a bit better than what he's got now.
Almost 3 times better. That's excellent. Mine is, what I want to do is, I want to do an EcoBox on my Jeep. That'd be nice. Real nice. And if I did an EcoBox on my Jeep, I'd have a final crawl ratio of...
What if I went a 3.0 or a 3.8 Atlas?
You went 3.0.
Did I?
Yes.
I'm going to change that.
And final crawl ratio for my Jeep would be 102 to 1. It's currently 37.7. See, that's not high enough. 37 is just not that big.
So my final drive ratio in first gear is 30.5 and low. Is
30.5. Which, so you have a... See, and that's what that's what's weird. That's what doesn't make any sense. Your final drive, yours is lower or is higher than Mike's is. Or technically lower. But anyway, nonetheless, and Mike can get on a wall and spin those 38s no problem with his 70 horsepower. Why does yours not? Is it sticky life?
I mean, I'm running a sticky tire. I'm running a lot more drivetrain weight. I'm running fucking 2-piece front and rear shafts that are heavy walled, fucking bigger.
Shouldn't matter at that low of an RPM.
I don't know.
It's not like you're trying to spin them at like 1,000.
I mean, it'll spin them.
Yeah.
It's just not
easy.
I don't sit there and just roast the tires. Yeah. Like I'll either climb or it just
blows my mind. Yeah.
But that's with a 410, which obviously.
So you're currently in a 410. What was your ratio? 30 to 1, basically?
Yeah.
That's what you told me. So what is it if you do the 538s? What you gonna come up with? Is 538 the top gear for a 40?
I think you can. Yeah.
40 to 1?
I think it is. Yeah. You're
so your crawler, your final will be higher than mine numerically. Huh.
And that only changes when we put some more speed in that motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my thing with the 3.0. It's a little, because let me change that real quick. Let me change it to a 3.8, which is what it should have been for how I'm set up now.
Right.
Yeah, seeing you're at 51-1.
Jeez, isn't that wild? Make that big of an adjustment just by going to just a little couple numbers.
But my problem is I'm at the low end of my horsepower spectrum. I can't get any lower. With a stock 4.8.
But it's still what was it? Almost 300 horsepower.
Yeah,
at the flywheel.
Yeah,
I do air quotes, obviously.
But
even still, should be making over 100 horsepower.
Yeah, if you're gonna go up to a 6.0 and with like a cam and tuning and all that, that would be.
Just don't feel like that makes a big difference.
Wow. Horsepower. There ain't no replacement for displacement, baby.
Except for turbo and supercharger.
I could get a turbo, but that's what.
except forced induction.
When I bought my Atlas, I was very torn on what gear ratio to go with.
Yeah, I know you were. And then Sunfire.
And then Scott was literally like, dude, the biggest lie I'm ever told
I'm good with the horsepower.
Keeping whatever engine I have. And I'm like, dude, I literally have a 4.8 LS. So like there is no bottom farther than where I'm starting. So if you add another few hundred horsepower with a cam and some tune.
Yeah.
On a bigger LS, it'll wake it up.
Is that something you want to do? Do you want to go up to a 6.0?
Yeah.
So are you going to dump a cam into this turd?
No.
Okay.
It's going to get a 6.0, cam 6.0 with some tuning.
I like it. Boy, if only you had a 6-liter sitting around.
Well, I did. And I made money instead of... I made money and I'm still wheeling. So
yeah, that's good. Yeah.
At the time, it was a good idea.
Right.
I don't need more horsepower at the moment. It's a problem.
Right.
So I just need to I'm putting a new converter in it because I think that's a lot of my problem is that converter's a piece of shit and it's not in the right stall range. Yeah. So I think with the new converter and axle gears, I think it's going to come alive.
I think it's definitely going to help.
And
you said it's going to be 50-1?
40-1.
Oh, 40-1, which is still like, that's good. Like, there should not be an issue of you turning the tires over at that point.
Nope. I don't really need to spin the tires a whole lot though.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
Means you got plenty of torques.
Crawl her up.
Yeah. Means you got the torques.
Let her crawl.
If you're gonna let her crawl though, you need 100-1.
No, I just need a bigger motor.
And then you go fast. So you're just gonna jump it then.
I'm gonna try. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
So if you can't get up an obstacle, you're just gonna just what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my goal is to rock bounce up things.
When are you going to order some air bumps?
Climb up. When I redo the rear frame.
Oh, okay. The front doesn't have bumps yet, is it?
Nope. Okay. Front's going to, I know where those are going though. Those will fit real nice. And then the rear is going to get the frame where you worked. And then we'll add in some bump stops.
Right.
Add in a rear steer axle. Add in a big 6.0. Maybe a 6.2. What is the
date for Williams Hill? I have
March 20th.
Oh, God. Ugh. Naksha Winterfest is the 6th.
Cool story.
It is a cool story.
It is.
I'm going to go.
Should go.
Should.
Yeah. I've got to get gears put in, fix my fan, and that's all I got.
I should go wheeling in February. Wonder where I should go wheeling in February.
I will not be wheeling in February.
I'm going to get my tow truck back first. I did not do that last week. I wanted to. Thursday, I called him because it was nice at 50 degrees outside. I was like, all right, today's a perfect day to go out there and throw brakes on that thing. And I called him, but he didn't answer. So I was like, okay. I didn't really try hard.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, wouldn't it be sitting outside?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I could have just gone out there.
You could have just went out and did it.
Or I could go wash my Jeep.
Yeah.
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 And then do some polishing.
So there was profiting.
There was money being made.
Yeah, I'm not. I was going to try to get the rear steer done. I'm not. I just want to get my gears done.
Yeah, you said you're going to table that for a minute.
Get my fan and shroud put on and get some other little loose ends tidied up and finished up. And then we're going to go racing. Your next
wheeling outing is going to be the race, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I'm excited. I haven't looked into that park a whole lot yet, but I did, when we were having lunch, I did discuss it. And I was looking at that, like where it was at, and the fact that it's an ATV, like an ATV, UTV park.
Yep.
And I was like, you know, that would be cool to go to that. Like to take my rig down to that would be awesome because, you know, it's a park that you can check off your list that you otherwise are not going to be able to check off a list.
How long are you going to go down there? Just that day?
I don't know. That's to be determined.
Because if you're going down for the day, I promise you'd rather just show up in your truck and watch the race and get involved with
I'm
that.
sure you're right with that.
Like, you're not going to want to be like, I'm going to go trail ride while that shit's going on.
Yeah.
Because it's fast action paced.
March is really busy.
Fast paced action. That's what I was looking for.
Fast paced action.
But we do have, my plan is after our first race in March, my plan is to get back on the rear steer because I don't have anything in April and May planned at the moment until our June 5th race in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to get the rear steer swapped in 2 months.
That doesn't sound
built and swapped in 2 months with everything else is already done. So
as you're tabling it currently, are you going to continue to collect your parts for it?
Yeah.
Your truss.
Yep. Well, I'm going to build the truss. It's going to be a custom built truss.
Okay.
And then I've already got the weld on high steer. Can't order the axle shafts until I know what the measurements are.
Right. That's an easy though. Brannick just gets those knocked out in no time flat.
I need to get the steering cylinder ordered and some tabs, and that's about it.
That doesn't sound terrible. So did you order your gears yet?
No.
Oh, I heard talk of it, but I didn't know
I was going to do that, but I haven't had. It's on the list of shit I have to do, but I don't have to do, so I just haven't got there yet.
Finally got the monies poured into the account for Patreon.
Nice.
So got repaid myself for the money that went out to Chris. Nice. That was nice. Yeah. I haven't ordered anything for the Jeep recently. There's a few things I'd like to order, but really I just need to get that drive shaft fixed, or just, rebuild that double cardan. 2 new U-joints and a center pin kit. Rebuild that, check the vibration after that's done, and then let it ride. If it still vibrates, I'm going to adjust that axle angle, either with the anti-wrap or with new birches or whatever.
Fucking A.
Yep. That's my kind of on my, really the outside of that, the Jeep doesn't need a lot.
I am on the lookout for a 6.0.
I love the fact that I went wheeling up at the cliffs, brought it back here, and just drove it here today.
Yep.
It's fine.
That's a good fun. Well, as you've talked about, like the front end's about to fall out of it and I'll wobbly out. Like, I don't know if fine is the right word.
That is not, did not get any worse from going wheeling.
Yeah. It's not undrivable.
Fucking, yeah, it's fucking Rusty's kid's garbage. Here's the thing. I can fix it 2 ways.
Yep. The
quick and simple fix is to order 2 Heim joints and some DOM.
Yep.
And just build 2 new front links that are proper. Which is a super
what is improper about them currently?
So currently the issue is that they don't have a jam nut on the threaded Heim. It's not really a Heim. It's just a bushing with a really coarse, 1 inch by 4 or something thread. There's no jam nut because when they built that, they didn't put a Johnny or a Heim on the upper link on either location, whether it be at the axle or at the arm. And they knew that if they put a jam nut there, it would loosen itself up.
Yep.
Because there's no give in the bushing, and 2, it would bind the flex. And so I ordered that. Matt ordered his 6 months later, and 6 months later it came with adjustable 2-inch Johnnies in it.
Yeah.
I can literally order the upper links from, I can order them from Rusty's.
So it seems like a pretty good way to fix the problem.
No, because they're dumb expensive.
Well, yeah.
I can build them myself for less.
Okay.
So that's what basically I need to do. I just need to look into.
Just need to order some tube and some Heim.
Order some tube and some Heim. Yep. I'm not too sure. Thinking about it right now, the bushings that are at the axle, I might be able to take a piece of rectangle tubing, like your standard tubing.
Yep.
And I might be able just to cut it down and drill a hole through it and just slide it right over that bushing at the axle. If I do that, I'm going to take the bushings at the axle and I'm going to replace them with the dual durometer poly bushings that I put in the lowers.
Fancy.
Just because I'm just so tired of slop.
Yeah,
it's just nasty. It's disgusting to look at it. You can hear it. You hit the brakes I was sitting there ordering my food, right? and I pull up in the drive-thru, and like you hit the brakes, you can feel that front axle like
Wrapping.
twist. Yeah, like wrap and like come to full extension on this. It's just, it's just garbage. But anyway, I really need to, just pull the trigger by 2 like 2-inch Johnnies or 2-inch Heim joints and build those uppers real quick. No. If I did that, it would remedy that issue until I decide to pull the trigger on whatever 3-link I'm going to do and get the stiffeners in.
Seems like that would be a good way to just get it back rolling to where you're content with it.
Right. And just keep wheeling it.
Yep.
Until I'm ready to pull it apart and do frame stiffeners.
Yep.
Because that's the thing. When I get the 3-link, when I decide whatever 3-link I'm going to go with, that'll be when it gets pulled apart and the stiffeners get thrown on.
Yeah. So which is not going to be next week.
No, definitely not next week.
So that's why I just buy the damn joints and send it.
Send it?
Need to get a torque converter ordered.
Hell yeah.
Pissing all over my garage floor at the moment. I'm not thrilled about it.
How many minutes we into this here episode?
$1.25.
$1.25. You want to $1.25 ourselves into a last call?
I like it. Let's send it to the house.
Get a beer and have another conversation.
Let's get a beer and make it disappear.
Okay.
That's what he's saying. I'll put that on like that. Making beer disappear.
Last call. Hello, humans.
Let's wrap this mother up.
We're drinking full-size beers today. No. So we had this beer, not this beer, but we had this brand.
Okay.
The Grainbelt Beer brand. That was weird. This one says, hello, neighbor. And it's a Grainbelt beer. And it is Nordeast. Is that what that says? Nordeast.
Nordeast,
okay.
Yes.
Just checking. This one's yours. You can open it. You can open and pour your own beer.
What did you do to that one? Why is that one not mine?
But it can be yours if you want it to be.
I don't know. You just said, well, this one's yours.
Because I have one here for myself. Okay. Yeah. I shook the shit out of that one.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at.
I'm hoping I did.
I'm just going to crack it hard.
Kachoosh! Didn't do anything.
Grainbelt beer.
It's very light. It's very amber. This one is from Dustin Speakman. And this is with the... we had the other one. What was the one last time? Do you remember what it was called? It was like beer flavored beer or something like that. Remember?
It was the one that had like no info about it.
Yeah. It was just literally like, this is a beer. This is a Grainbelt beer. It was like the best beer or something like that. You remember me? You remember? It was like the best lager or something.
Take a big drink of this. Like, don't take a sip. Take a good big of it. Now, before you say anything, a smooth American amber lager with a full maltiness and subtle hop flavor. Does that not perfectly describe that chug you just... Because I just took a big old...
Why is it so good?
I don't know, but it literally like the perfect description.
You know when I smelled it?
A little bit of hops. Smooth as shit.
Okay, pour it in your cup. You can't get it out of the can. Pour it in your cup.
I don't want to pour it in a cup. I got water in my cup.
No. I brought you a glass.
There is a glass. I literally it's like half gone already.
Pour it in your here. Then smell mine.
It's like
Jesus Christ. What do you get? Give it a good sniff. I want to see if my nose is broken.
It smells like a candy or something.
Cream soda.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was like, it has like a creamy candy.
Yeah. When you said take a big drink of it, I had just gotten done taking a big whiff, and I'm like, it smells like cream soda. So I expected like drink it and it tastes like cream soda. And then you'd be like, this is a cream soda inspired bubble. You know what I mean? But it does not taste like cream soda.
Not at all.
But it's not, but it's good. Like you could drink it like cream soda. Super smooth, actually really delicious. Dustin, I'm going to need some more of this.
Why is he so good at picking out random beer?
You know, here's the thing. I got a text message last night of another beer.
From him?
Uh-huh.
He's dropping some off Saturday to us.
Yeah. So,
FYI.
Are you excited? It's not cocaine.
Yeah, but he said he's going to keep the good stuff for me for that.
But he said, it was another beer that he said was good. So, yeah, he's...
Huh.
All right. You ain't got bad taste in beer. I will give him that.
I don't want to give him credit for shit because I don't like him. That's a lie. We have like a real like fuck you, really? Fuck you, but I got you, bro.
Is that like me? Is that like me and Lincoln? Where when he messaged me, I'm like, fuck you, Tony.
I did get him kicked off Facebook for I think 3 days because he said he was going to need a stepladder to punch me in the face. To which I replied with, hold on, let me start talking shit while you can't reply to this shit. And then proceeded to tag him and shit for like 3 days.
Ladder to punch you in the face. No, you can't play here.
Zucked.
Is that not the most wonderful thing ever? You insult yourself about assaulting someone else. You insult yourself about assaulting someone else and get kicked off of Facebook.
It made me as a Facebook user feel safe. That's all I gotta say.
Did you like mark yourself a safe against Dustin
mark
Sweetman?
Safe against internet bullies. Internet tough guys shall not come at me. Your internet
I just
words
love it
don't
that like
hurt me.
I just love it that like the offense of hitting someone, like of threatening to hit someone, was greater than calling yourself
short,
a midget,
like needing a step ladder to punch me in the face.
Yeah,
it's not like I'm 9 foot tall. I'm like average height. So like, you know,
it was good.
I don't get offended very easily on the internet.
What techie talk you want to talk about on the old techie tech talk? We've done a little bit of techie talking.
Blowers.
Today. Blowers.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I'm in. Matt's got an M95 supercharger sitting at the house that is like ready to bolt onto the Loki. Like ready. Like literally just go over there, pick all the parts up, stick it on there.
That'd be cool.
And fire it back up.
That'd be fucking cool. Does it fit under the hood?
Uh-huh.
Really?
It's all there.
That's wild.
Ready to roll.
Yeah, you should. I mean,
bolt on.
You don't know how many people are going to comment and say, "What the fuck have you not done that yet?"
I don't know. Just didn't want to. Because I will blow it up.
Nobody ever. Yeah. Fucking they're $12 in the junkyard.
I don't want to blow it up.
You'd have it changed before fucking lunch and still have time to make a fucking sandwich.
I'm not that fast. But I
could be for the right price.
But I did do a full swap on it in under 10 hours.
See, now we're talking. Your experience
back in my heyday.
Hell, now
when I was actually good at that. Was by myself.
Holy shit, I ain't doing that. I'll sell the whole thing.
Yeah, it sounds like up engine. Yep. Like, oh, I pull the engine out. Oh, can I get an LS?
Yes.
Some of our listeners don't like that.
LSs?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Anti-LS.
So you wanted to say earlier that like you and your lunch date your lunch date was done with my bouncer talk and all that. That's the same with LSs.
Yeah. Some people are just done with that.
Some people just spend more money to not have an LS. And why? Because it's fucking cool. Like, there's some guys that run Ford power plants and they're rock bouncers. Why? Because they're fucking cool.
Right.
You know what I had to get followed out by at Mid-America when we were leaving the Bounty Hill?
What?
A big-ass Ford fucking rock bouncer with big-ass open headers that sounded
amazing.
Incredible. Mm-hmm. Absolutely incredible. And they're doing the same shit that an LS buggy is doing. So,
whoa.
What?
Let me see if I can do this for you. Sorry. Now I don't see it from here. If I turn this, so right here, tell me when you see a cat. Do you see it?
No.
Okay, what about this direction? About like right here, like an angry cat with its eyes half shut. You see it?
Not really.
Okay.
I think you've been drinking too much beer over there. Good Lord.
It was sitting here like at the perfect angle. And I looked over, I was like, is that a cat? Yep. I still see it.
I think you're water drunk on 2 sips of beer.
No, it's there. I can totally see it.
You need to quit doing narcotics before podcasts, I guess.
Side tangent.
But yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, do I want to listen to a podcast about Jeeps? No.
Oh yeah, you probably don't. Yeah.
So I mean, that's what I mean. Like, it's all over the place.
I would like to get some more
rock bouncer because that's what I'm involved with.
That's what I told him. I was like, well, that's fucking Ian's jam. So that's why he pushes it. I'm excited to be part of it, but I do want to get more off-road, just wheeling, just trail riding, straight up, just hitting trails. Content on here as well. I think that would be fun.
The problem is
we don't do it.
It's hard to. It's easy to promote I don't say easy. It's easier to promote a race series than it is to promote, not even that I'm a part of, but just like it's easy to promote a race series versus trail wheeling.
Why is that?
March 20th, Williams Hill, rock bouncer, side by sides. Like I can just keep saying that. Yeah. And I'm promoting it. You know what I mean? March 5th, we got 8 guys that are said they're going to go to the Badlands Off-Road Park. Okay. Well, anybody who's planned a wheeling trip, it starts out with 35 people.
Yeah.
20 people don't have their shit together. 5, their wives won't let them do nothing. And 3 people won't like have to work last minute. So 2 guys show up and it's like,
done.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's how trail riding works.
Start with 35, end up with 2.
Yeah. So that's why like it's easier to promote an event, even an off-road like non-bouncer event, than it is
I think you just want to see weekend. Yeah. I told you that I built that Badlands meetup page, right?
Yes.
Did I put you in that?
Yes.
Yeah. Show me members right now.
No.
It's up to 530 members last time.
I do see a lot of posts about it.
Good.
You know, like, going this weekend or going there. And I'm like, awesome. Yeah.
That's how it should be.
It's just, it's hard. I mean, like last weekend we did the wheeling recap with you going to the cliffs. Yep. And like, for me, it was just kind of like, it's entertaining, but it was just kind of like, you know, there's not like a border up, you know, like, this is stupid. I'm not going to listen to it. But like, if you weren't there, you don't appreciate how epic some of those moments were. It was like I can hear them and go, "Oh my god, that's awesome!" But like if you were there, you'd be like, "Holy shit, you should have seen it!" So
it's I got several messages this week from from Kenny and Colin, and it was just like Kenny was just like, "What a perfect recap on the shit show that was the weekend.
We did it justice." It's like, cheers, brother.
He was like, that was wonderful. It was an entertaining weekend. It was fun. Like, I like the weekends. I like the events where you go and there's like 25 people because it's cool to meet up with everybody. And then I also like the weekends when you go and it's just you and like 1 or 2 other really capable rigs.
Yep.
And all you do is just blast trail all day.
Yep.
Like when I get a radio, like when I get a radio in my Jeep and shit, like it's just going to be. And I told Pigpen this. I was like, listen, Jeremy, I was like, we just need to schedule a couple days this summer where it's just you and I, middle of the week.
Yep.
We just set up and go to whatever park. I was like, and we're going to go, just the 2 of us are going wheeling. Like, we're going to set up camera, like roll footage, setting up, you know, this and that, and just like nonstop getting footage.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to listen to this and be all pissed off at me. Because I've still not sent him the footage from the hangover run.
Jeez. I did see a comment the other day that he said something about like hangover run footage.
He's a little disgruntled.
There was a lot of footage taken there.
There was. And the problem that I have right now is that I don't have a real effective way to send it because my internet is so slow at the house. Trying to send files that large to the drive, like to a drive, is really time consuming. So I'm trying to figure out how the best way to get it to him. I thought about throwing on a thumb drive and just mailing it to him. Like, here you go.
Would be pretty cheap to do.
Yeah. You know, a few bucks and ship it. Did find a cheaper way to ship the cups out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The not padded, the real thin, like white mailers, that's like a large mailer.
Okay.
Cup boxes fit in those just super easy.
Huh.
It was like $7.
Some bad.
I was like, all right.
I can deal with that.
Yeah, it was a lot better than the fucking like $13 it costs to ship a cup to California.
Yep.
I was like, it's a cup. Like I can ship a 10-pound skillet to like Nebraska for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like this cup weighs like a pound, and it was like
larger.
No, it was just this tiny little box.
Huh.
It just was a matter of like there's like a minimum essentially of what it costs to get a package from here to there when it's not flat rate. I was like, well, interesting. Yep, exactly.
Light it on fire.
Felt like it.
Fuck it.
When I saw that price, I was like, good God.
Damn it.
Yep, exactly. I'm like, well, so much for profiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, the cups aren't super profitable.
Yeah, that's all I got.
That's all you got? Yeah. We're not doing our beer yet.
Just about.
I thought we were going to talk about superchargers.
Oh, well, yeah, the lack of me affording one.
You were like superchargers. I was like, oh, all right, yeah. I'm game. We can scenario this out. So if you're going to put a supercharger on so obviously you're going to go to a 6-liter if you're going to do that.
Well, no, my plan is to literally just go with a Cam 6.0.
Yeah, but if you were going,
maybe Josh will just sell me that 6.0 back.
I'm sure he will. Of course, for a small fee.
I'm just going to steal it.
Okay, that sounds good.
He's buying a house.
Didn't he sell
and all that?
Didn't he sell the project truck it was for?
I think it was posted for sale.
Yeah. So just go ahead and tell him you need it back. Offer him some ridiculous, irrefusable amount of money for it.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to put like ridiculous money for
75, $80. Like, who would turn that down?
I'm going to text him right now.
Okay.
And offer him $75.
Oh my God, that's wonderful. And
dude,
make sure to include the chickens and the goat.
Somebody messaged me $50 on that stupid fucking RC car this week. And I was like, I swear to God, this has to be somebody listening to the podcast. There's no fucking way 2 people offer me $50 fucking dollars.
And that shows the value. I'm blown away that thing's still sitting here. Like, I'm sorry, that's a good deal.
A lot of people want to fucking trade for stuff. And I'm like, I already got to it. Somebody was like, do you want to trade? And I'm like, 4. That's always another thing that freaking annoys me. Trade. And I have to respond with 4. Why don't you put trade for blank?
Yeah.
Like, why don't we start with that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like
fucking douche.
Yeah, people do that all the time. You interested in trades? What do you have? I got a pair of used sneakers and
there was one guy wanted it was a used sub and a used amp. And I'm like, what is it, the fucking 1990s? Like, get your fucking used sub and shit out of here. And then another guy's like, do you want to trade for a Traxxas Slash? And I'm like, I already have 2 of those. Yeah, but this one has and like both of mine have 8 scale fucking truck shit in them, so they'll do like 70 fucking miles an hour. But yeah, I'm sure your fucking junker over there is great.
I just don't need one, bro. I
already have 2 of them.
Yeah,
like, you can't. I'm sorry. Like, even if I wanted, I don't need fucking 3 of them.
All right. I got a 2-wheel drive and a 4-wheel drive with every mod that you can put on them. Did you send it to him?
Did you? I just asked him how much for the 6.0.
You didn't send. Should have just sent him 6.0, $75. You deliver.
I'll counter with that. Whatever he says, I'll just counter. He says,
I like it. Yeah.
I didn't straight out lowball him.
I like it. Yeah, you're gonna let him bring you a number, and then you're gonna come back.
Yeah. I hope he said.
Please respond. Did you respond already?
Yeah, he's trying to sell me his Defender instead.
Oh, come on. No. Defender and 6 liter are not even the same thing. Like, pretty sure I said 6 liter. So buy my Defender. Well, he's just trying to hit the jackpot, isn't he?
He knows I'm dumb.
Tell him to go buy a fucking lottery ticket.
Yeah, but if I was drunk enough, that'd be probably a good deal. I'd put a combo.
What's that combo?
The 6.0 in the bed of the Defender and then just drop it off as one.
Yeah, I like it. That's easier to transport.
That's combining. Do you combine shipping? Well, yes.
Do you combine delivery?
I do. For $1,000, I will bring it to you.
Oh God, that's so much monies. Never mind. For $1,000, I'll come down in the Corolla and we'll get it. I'll drive it home. How long would that take to get here? How fast does the Defender go? Unboggers. Oh man, I spilled beer on myself. God, I'm terrible at this game. It's the second time I've spilled beer tonight. It's just a bad night. What's he saying?
He said he's putting it in some.
Oh, he's putting the 6 liter in something?
Yeah. But I told him I'm prepared to offer him $75 and 3. Refer to Patreon content for the rest of that.
3 chickens and a goat. 3 mildly molested chickens and a goat.
Yeah, that would go with mildly molested. I did say primo goat, so.
Oh, did you? Unmolested goat.
I don't know what primo goat means, but. Yes.
He said no thanks. He come back with a make it 4 chickens and you got a deal. Counter him back with a 20-piece McNugget.
How many chickens?
Oh, that reminds me.
How many nuggets come out of a chicken?
7.
Like,
that reminds me.
Okay.
They have a deal going right now. It's 2 for $6, and on the 2 for $6 menu is a 10-piece McNugget. So you can get a 20-piece McNugget for $6 instead of, I think, what's traditionally at $8. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh my God, I love the internet.
What did happen?
I literally Googled how many nuggets are in a chicken.
Oh my God.
And this is one of the
27.
answer.
Okay.
This answer has 2.3 million views.
Yeah, and it says there are no nuggets in chickens.
Presuming about 15 grams per nugget and that you use all the meat on the chicken, not just the breast meat, which is how McDonald's currently makes them. An average chicken weight of about 3.5 pounds with about 25% waste, non-meat, meaning bones, skins, etc., that you safely calculate a whole chicken can yield about 80 chicken nuggets. This will vary based on the size of the chicken and if your nuggets are larger or smaller than 15 grams a piece, and you can cut the number in half if you only use the breast meat with no other meat from other parts.
I love it. I love it.
So you get 80 nuggets out of a chicken. I'm going to tell him I just Googled it. 80 nuggets, McNuggets.
Per chicken.
Per chicken.
That's wonderful.
So think that over.
So think that over
before passing.
Yeah, that's a good deal, man.
This offer.
Right.
So you said
240 nuggets.
You said a 20 piece is $6 right now?
I think so.
Plus tax, so probably $8.
Not quite 8, but yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go. So you get 20 nuggets for $8.
I think that's what they normally are. It'd be $6.60.
So that's 40 cents a nugget.
Yeah.
So let's do 40 times 80, and that's $32 in nuggets.
0.40.
Yeah, that's what I did. 0.4. 40 cents times 80 nuggets.
That's per chicken.
That's $32. So it's $32.
$96
in nuggets per chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
does
it's
it matter,
$96
Does it matter if they're
nuggets.
half molested? Do you get less yield?
It's wore in, broke in.
Yeah.
More
tender meat.
It's tenderized.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So it's $100 in nuggets.
Yeah.
If I walked up to you and said, I'll give you $100 for the chicken nuggets. Yeah, I mean,
there's not much you couldn't buy
without doing the math. That's a lot of fucking nuggets.
Yeah, it's a lot. And then how many?
I don't know how many goat nuggets you
can you look that up on the Google? Like how many nuggets are in a goat?
I'm not typing that in my fucking Google. I'd type that in your Google.
Like, whoa.
But, well, that just went to a dark place.
My internet turned black. Was the dark net.
Retail value of $96 in McNuggets.
In nuggets. And just nuggets. I mean, that doesn't include the goat nuggets you get.
If you can get 80 nuggets out of a chicken seems like a lot.
Is it a male or female goat?
Does it matter?
Well, like if it's a male goat, then you could get the oysters and sell those.
I don't actually know what you do with a goat.
Goat oysters.
Like goat milk.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
You can milk a goat. But you could stud out the male goat.
Yeah, and get more goats.
So you could start a farm of goats.
Goat farm.
You couldn't cook all the chickens.
Listen, bud. Listen.
I will trade
you a 6-liter and you could become a very successful goat farmer.
And eat nuggets at night.
And have nuggets for, quite some time. It's going to take you a few days. If you play your
cards right, you could start an endless supply of nuggets.
Wow, that sounds intriguing. You could
be like a chicken farmer, or you could be a nugget farmer.
Yeah, nugget farmer.
Literally have
just raise nuggets
for life.
Yeah.
You get a lifetime supply of nuggets with 3 chickens.
Well, that'd be great.
People think I'm fucking stupid.
I'm not.
It's not exactly how I had all that planned, but
hey,
it did work out in a financial favor of our.
Now we're just waiting for Josh. Now we're just waiting for Josh to come back and be like, "Yes, I will bring you the 6-liter."
As soon as he listens to this podcast and here's this, how could you argue against this logic? That's all I gotta say.
I didn't even think about
when
that.
he gets done with this, I'll have a 6-liter on my porch and I'll have to go figure out where you buy chickens. I don't even know where you get a fucking chicken from.
Half molested chicken.
It's probably on eBay. Oh boy!
I looked that phrase up and it does not exist.
Oh god, you typed that into Google? Oh boy, bad for your internet.
Yeah. Kind of like
you wonder why your internet's slow. They fucking throttle you back. It's like this guy needs to pump the brakes on what he's Googling. Hell no, we don't need another one of those guys out there.
That's great.
No, my plan is just a Cam 6.0. I think that'd be plenty of power for what I'm looking to do. I don't need to get I'd love to have some blueprinted fucking badass engine, but I'm not doing race stuff. So a blueprinted 6.0, a cammed, tuned, 6.0, plenty of power, plenty of torque. Fits right in.
It wouldn't be that hard to set up a blueprint, like a quote unquote blueprinted. Basically, change out a few things on that 6 liter to really peak it.
Oh yeah,
throw on a set of the top heads for that situation.
Well, yeah, if you wanted to get throaty with it, you could get some heads, you could get some injectors.
Not aftermarket heads, just like the best stock head that you can put on, which I think are like the 317s, I think, or something like that.
I don't know.
They get the best numbers or whatever, but either way, throw on look on the interwebs and figure out exactly what parts you can bolt on.
You
parts
can put some heads. You can put some injectors. You can put some E3 Diamond Fire spark plugs in it.
Yeah, that's worth fucking 80 horsepower right there.
Just gets paid 10 grand for saying that.
10 horsepower. Yeah, that'd be nice.
E3 Diamond Fire.
Yeah, buy them now.
Triple tip.
I think we're going to need a little larger fan base before we can ask them for 10 grand for a mention.
I'd take $10.
It's
$10 more than I had when I started this.
And all you had to do was say E3.
E3 Diamond Fire, triple tip spark jiggle like technology.
Yeah, when they spark with 1.21 gigawatts.
86 times the power.
Yeah.
Buy them at AutoZone today. Anything that's pedaled with AutoZone electronics, just turn left and go the other way.
I don't know how they are now, but they weren't great before.
What? AutoZone?
Electronics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go to AutoZones.
Yeah.
If my shit was broke down in front of an AutoZone, I'd walk to a fucking Napa.
I buy stuff from AutoZone. Sometimes.
Why?
Their help section is typically more comprehensive than other parts stores.
Well, thank God they can do that, right? Because they can't fucking sell you a turn signal bulb that's worth of shit at AutoZone.
This is probably correct.
AutoZone's going to listen to this, but we weren't going to sponsor you until you talk shit about our shitty electronic products.
Look, you want to sponsor us? We'll delete this episode. It's fine.
We'll delete part of this episode.
We'll just move this episode over to Patreon.
We worked hard for this shit. Okay, that's all I got. I'm done.
You want to shut her down already?
I'm over it.
Oh God, this guy's want to shut you guys down. He didn't want to hang out anymore. All right. Well, I'll finish my beer off the air.
That's a good beer, though.
You can find us on Instagram at total_offroad_podcast. You can find us on YouTube at Total Offroad Podcast. Check out our website, www.totaloffroadpodcast.com. That's where you can get your Nug Life stickers, your Total Offroad Podcast swag, koozies, shirts, all the good stuff. It's also where you can find all the links to our partners, the Complete Off-Road, who brought you this last call segment, Crawler Off-Road, who will bring you the best winch accessories and recovery accessories for the price point.
I got in an argument on the internet this week. I think it might have been last week.
Did you hand him an empty box of fucks to give?
No.
Okay.
There's a couple people that were promoting that steel cables on winches were better than synthetic.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll bite. Do tell.
Me being me, I informed them they were wrong.
I politely told them they were fucking dumb. No, how'd that actually go?
Dustin messaged me and he's like, I was going to comment, but I don't want to get kicked off Facebook again. And I was like, already commented.
Where was it at?
I don't know. Some page somewhere.
Not ours.
No, it was somewhere else. No, we've kicked them out of the club.
Who?
There was two of them on this comment thing. The guy asked,
were they trolling? Were they trolling with steel cable?
I honestly think they were genuinely like, steel cable's more durable than synthetic rope. And I'm like, yeah, when used incorrectly, like if you drag a steel cable over a rock and you drag a synthetic rope over a rock,
it's gonna mess them both up.
It's gonna fuck them both up. But like, okay, cool story. You just improperly use both items.
Right.
Thanks for coming. So yeah, that didn't end well for him, I don't think. But
we just sidetracked our ending.
I'm sorry. Crawler Off-Road. And that's what I'm like. I don't give a shit who you buy your synthetic ropes from. Put a freaking synthetic rope on your damn winch. Like,
dude, it's so nice.
Good God.
We spooled it out at the cliffs and it was just wonderful. And James like, oh man, this is nice. He's like, I don't have to have gloves or nothing. Like, well, you don't have to.
It's so much safer from a handling standpoint. Yeah. It's so much safer from a winching standpoint. Mm-hmm. It's so much safer for all the people standing around with their phones out taking a video of you getting your shit unstuck.
Right.
God almighty. Like,
just better.
It absolutely blew my mind that there were people out there literally like synthetic cable gets torn up. If you want to go buy the most high-priced synthetic cable, cool. But I don't know what a replacement steel cable for a winch would cost.
It's like $100.
What's a crawler rope with our discount?
$125.
So tell me that it's not. Oh, no, it's overpriced 100%. Synthetic bullshit.
Oh yeah. Some of them are expensive.
I'm here to tell you that you don't have to have a worn synthetic
$500.
They're all the same,
right?
Newsflash: they're all the same.
90% of them come from the same place.
They come off the same line.
So anyway, while you're checking out people that we like, make sure you check out Morflate, MORRFLATE.com. And check out their air inflation deflation system. I absolutely love mine. I'm not saying that because anybody paid me. It's just because I use it for everything.
I didn't think I would use mine.
Oh,
like, honest to God, I was just like, well, that's fucking cool. But like,
neat.
That's
what am I going to use
it?
Yeah.
I use it on my trailer.
Fuck yeah, you do.
Like, how many times do you want to go around and air up your trailer tires?
Yeah.
Once. Okay. Morflate.
Done.
Your tow ring. Once. Done.
Exactly.
I like your wife's car. You use it on your wife's Jeep.
I use it on her. Every time I air the tires up in her Jeep, I use the Morflate.
Yep.
And just because I want the sensors to all be dialed.
Yep.
And Jeremy, I sold him on that one when I used it on his wife's car. And he was like, bro, I got down here to Terre Haute and all of my sensors say the exact same thing. I was like, dude, Morflate's the shit. It's just all there is to it. It's a killer product. I literally
was like, I don't drive my shit on the road.
It's nice. It's user friendly. It's just
all the time.
They just had a conversation about it on one of their last podcasts, and they were talking about remember I told you that I turned the gauge on, or that I hooked the gauge up and then I turned it on.
Yep.
And it read wrong.
Yep.
They had somebody else, say something about that. And so they had a little PSA on their podcast about that. I sent them a text message. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because that's definitely a thing.
I done it.
If you try to calibrate it while it's under pressure, it's definitely not going to calibrate to 0.
Yes.
So check out Morflate. Check out Off-Road Anonymous for all of your stuff. I do not know what their discount is this week, but go to offroadanonymous.com and sign up for their mailer, and they will send you every week one email that tells you what's on sale that week and what the discounts are. So if that's not the coolest thing ever. And
I fucking hate it.
And go to Ian's website, point1.racing.
Point1.racing. Check out the race series. March 20th, Williams Hill.
Go check it out and then tell Ian how much of a terrible job he did making the website.
That and how bad you hate rock bouncers.
And that too, yeah. If you are certain people,
sorry about you,
in the full size community, you can go there and check out the website and then call Ian and tell him that you hate rock bouncing.
Like, you don't have to live rock bouncing, but I don't understand how you get in an off-road sport and don't enjoy watching the highest horsepower, best drivers. Like,
I think he was just tired of hearing it. He was like, he's like, I don't mind it. He's just like, I wanted more like wheeling talk.
Oh, well,
can't blame him. I definitely went wheeling. I did go wheeling,
and we talked about it.
I'm trying to go wheeling more.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I'm going racing more this year.
Yeah, that doesn't jive. You're gonna need your own segment.
I know.
You're gonna need your own podcast. Yeah,
the
Total Racing Podcast. The Total Off-Road Racing Podcast. We could do that. That could be a side thing because like the Total Off-Road whole deal.
Yeah,
it could be Total Off-Road Racing.
Yeah, we just need more podcast stuff to do because we already have plenty of time for what we're doing.
You got all the shit here. Just literally just sit down here once a week and call somebody from the racing community. I'm like, hi, motherfuckers.
I have to sit down here and talk to these people for a week. Or once a week, and it's sometimes it's a struggle.
See, that's the thing that's different. If I had a microphone at my house, I would have like 4 podcasts.
Do you really think you have time to do 4 podcasts?
I would, yeah.
Okay. I mean, you couldn't find time to answer your messages earlier tonight, but you got time for 3 more podcasts. and 3 more social media platform
This
podcasts.
is my problem, dude.
No, this is not a problem.
This is my problem. I have a fire. Like I have a little fire, right? Just like this little bitty like ember in the bottom of a fire pit.
Yep.
And the fucking, you remember the toy as a kid that had all like the sticks sticking out and had all the like the balls, like the little bitty like airsoft BBs on top, and you like pull the sticks out, and like once you pulled like the right stick, all of them just exited to the bottom. You remember that?
No, not really.
You remember the game?
No.
Oh, okay. So. It was like a clear like cylinder, and it had all these things that stuck through, like you stick like these sticks through it, whatever. Like look like little like Anyway, that's what I have going on essentially. Like imagine that my fire just looked like you set a bush in it. Because that's how many sticks are in the fire.
Yep.
And I'm just really like,
and you just want to keep throwing shit on the pile.
Like the ember hasn't caught a stick yet, so I just keep pushing more sticks into it. Yeah. So either the ember's going to go out, or it's going to catch on fire, and we're going to burn down everything around us. What do you think?
Well, I'm not going to be doing that because I am simplifying my life and getting rid of other shit that I don't need.
You're going to have 3 sticks on there. They're going to be fully engulfed and it's fine.
Yep.
I'm going to have like 8 million. I'm going to like keep walking around like, oh, there's a hole and I'm going to stick a stick in there.
Yep.
And like, oh, there's a hole.
It's the whole quality over quantity concept. You have to rein it in and pull it in.
God, it's terrible.
Yes.
I'm a hot mess right now.
Speaking of that.
Yes.
I'm done with this.
You're done with this?
I'm over it.
You ready to go?
I'm out of here.
I was trying to go.
Okay.
Then you started talking about something else.
Piping shit off.
That's how it goes.
Got a lot of shit to talk shit about.
Anyway, I think that I said all the places to get the things that we get.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
TotalOffroadPodcast.com. There's a links tab. Check it all out. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to episode 58. Hope you guys are having a kick-ass week, and we'll catch you on the trail. At least I will. Ian will be out racing.
I got to get on the trail to get to the race hill. So technically that's trail, I suppose.
I'm going to cut this part out.
This is good banter.